about to bite into that apple with my freshly applied Chanel lip gloss. Welcome to the Stampede University Study Abroad program. We are much more affordable compared to other universities where you're usually spending thousands of dollars. Well, this is free, yes. Today's lesson is being unapologetically bougie and sometimes meshy. I decided I'm gonna be fancy and go officially have sake in Japan. You know, just for the record, I've only been drunk once in my life officially. I do not support getting drunk. It is ungodly. But I do support having your favorite beverage once every now and then, you know. As long as you're not, you know, nursing away some pain of yours, you know, it's fun. I think it's completely fine. I support having Sapporo or Asahi or sake every now and then, whatever your drink of choice is. I also like wine. So that's my thing. And I would also like to try a Japanese whiskey while I'm here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go downstairs and then I might end up going somewhere else. It's possible. I'm gonna try to make a friend downstairs. If there's anybody who wants to maybe go somewhere else after this, I will be friendly. See, when I'm on vacation, I'm outgoing because I don't have to see anybody ever again. It's gonna be fun. And that is the tea. So I'm gonna finish up this apple real quick and I guess I'll reapply my lipstick. Fun fact, I went through so much to get this apple. Let me tell you something. In Japan, they don't really eat breakfast. And if they do eat breakfast, it's actually fish with some miso soup. You know, maybe some fermented beans or something like that, and rice. That's it. So to me, that's what I literally eat for lunch. So I'm like, what did they eat here? Also, most of the coffee shops don't open until 11 a.m. There is a Starbucks and there's also, you know, like a convenience store called Lawson's here. There's like Family Mart. But coffee shops, the cafes don't open until 11. So I'm like, what do y'all do all morning then? Oh, I guess they're at work. I don't know. So it was funny, I was talking with another tourist. There's a lot of Australians here. No, I haven't seen a single American who's been crazy enough to fly 12 hours in this weather. But there's a lot of Australians and they're like, so what are you eating for breakfast? Because we came from Melbourne and we're looking for like Cheerios and we can't find anything. I'm like, I don't know. So then I said, you know what, I'm gonna go to the market today. So I go to this market across the street from where I was staying previously. And, you know, at this point, I'm not scared of using Japanese. As long as you say it confidently, most people understand. But I went to this market, you know, and tourists don't really, I guess, go into this market a lot. So I'm like, I gotta get a vegetable or a piece of fruit in, because ever since I landed, all I've been eating around the clock, which I've been happy to eat around the clock, has been ramen, tonkatsu, like deep fried breaded pork cutlets, miso soup, noodles, just lots and lots of ramen basically, and then more tonkatsu, and then a little bit of sushi. Nowhere at any of these restaurants did they offer like a side salad. So I've been vegetable-less for a few days. My organs were screaming. Like, for me to say I have to get a vegetable is major, because I used to not like them. And I mean, I still don't, but I know I have to eat them. But, you know, this is good, because ever since making, again, these changes into my diet, I crave healthy things. But anyway, I'm like, I'm gonna go to this market today. Gotta go in there. So I go in, I'm confident. I see apples, I'm like, perfect. I just needed a piece of fruit. Something that wasn't, you know, a bunch of sodium. So I go, I check out, and I put my little yen into the register, and I have like 6 apples like this. So then I'm just sitting here and I'm looking around, so I grab a bag. I put my stuff into a bag and I'm about to walk out, and a lady is like this. And I went, she goes, I'm like, oh, I already paid. She goes, no. So it looks like I'm probably shoplifting because I'm just carrying like a bushel of apples. I'm like, she goes, I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm gonna put it in here. Can you help? And she takes the bag from me. I'm like, why'd you take my bag? And she's like, I said, oh my gosh, she thinks I'm shoplifting on Black History Month. Okay, so then I just walk out. And then I go take another bag. And then she follows me out the store and she's just waving the bag to me being like this. So I go up to her, I'm like, I don't know what you want. I'm sorry, my Japanese stops at kawaii. Like, I don't know. I'm still holding like 6 apples like this because she took my bag from me. So then finally I put all the apples in my purse and one of them falls on the floor. I'm like, this is disgusting. So then I get out my translator at Papago and I go question mark, like, what are you trying to say? And she's still just going like this. And I'm like, I don't know. So then I'm like, oh. I said, are you trying to say that I have to pay for the bag? She goes, yes. So then I finally get to my hotel and I was like, so anyway, that's the story behind the apples. You know, I've been away from home for so long now, I will never take oatmeal for granted ever again. I never take my life for granted in general. Every day is like my last. But seriously, the quest to find oatmeal is major here. Update, I didn't last very long at the bar downstairs. I started falling asleep. So I am here in my hotel provided nightgown, which is very comfortable. And I just put on my focus, my Laneige, whatever, sleeping mask. This says, please press the switch to enjoy the view. What view? So you're in the shower, right? I'm gonna press the switch right now. That's the view. You're like, wait a second, that wasn't there a second ago. I felt guilty, like, oh man, I'm in Ginza, I'm in Tokyo. This is the weekend of a lifetime. You know, who knows when I'll be back in Tokyo. When will I come back? I have to go out and go to a bar or try to fit in and go to a lounge. Absolutely not. Do you see this bed? Do you see this view? All I want to do is snuggle up in this bed and wake up very late tomorrow because it's been rough with the sleep here. Just FYI, there's a 17-hour difference, may I remind you all. I love being me. I'm totally happy to be in my slippers and somehow program a Lifetime movie on this TV. Some things never change, but hey, as long as the view changes, that's all that matters. Ohayo gozaimasu! It is 40 degrees outside. Do I care? I don't. You see, I gaslit myself this morning and I said, it's actually hot outside. It's actually spring, you know? Look at the cherry blossoms. There are so many out there. I should bring my camera and take pictures. I am not wearing that big ugly puffer again. I worked really hard lately to do my 5 sit-ups every night to attain a slight hourglass figure. Let me show you. If you squint closely, there's a slight bend. Me and my 2-pack refuse to be hidden. So I'm gonna go to Eataly. I know what you're thinking. Really? Eataly in Japan? Priorities. It's been a long time since I've had Eataly, actually. Because I haven't been there in a long time. Last time I was there is when I drove in from Connecticut with a rental car, with a zip car. And that was November 1st. So it's been a while. Eataly is second on my travel list, by the way. This area is very different from my previous location. This is certainly more upscale. And in case you're wondering, yes, I am a little bit cold, but again, I've lied to myself, so I feel fine. Look, I'm not even shivering. There's some wind gust, just to give some razzle dazzle as I say that. So I'm at this super upscale shopping district, and I just stumbled into a mall. Again, I knew this would work out. I didn't need a jacket. It's actually quite sunny today, but there's an Eataly somewhere in that building. Oh my goodness, it's the moment I've been waiting for. This is such a relief to have. It's like a little glimpse of home. All right, I did something unbelievable. I went into an Eataly and I walked out without tiramisu. I did not get tiramisu because I figured, well, you know, I'm in Tokyo. Why would I do what I always do? So instead, I'm gonna challenge myself to go try a new dessert spot somewhere. By the way, it's kind of nice vlogging in a language that nobody really around me understands because I feel less embarrassed. You think I would be embarrassed here, but I'm never gonna see any of these people ever again. So it feels really nice, but this area is gorgeous. It's like the luxury shopping area, it seems. And this main street here is closed down, which is kind of cool. And I'm gonna go walk around. There are so many department stores on this street. It's just, I almost fell. That would be embarrassing. It's just littered with luxury department stores. I'm not buying a thing because pretty much my entire life is gifted. Seriously, like everything in my life is gifted. If not, I'm buying it with a lot of intention. But it's beautiful here. I feel beautiful today. My hair is a sleigh, and life's good. He's so stylish. Oh my goodness.
He's so cool.
He's the coolest person. You got a celebrity. I know. What's your story? What do you have to say about the state of the world? So I ran into a subscriber so far, which is pretty cool. And now I just ran into someone who is an executive producer of a show called Tokyo Vice, which I think sounds familiar. I just don't have HBO, so I wouldn't know. Ooh, a cafe. Check out the cafes here. This is what every little cafe looks like. They have chocolate cake, coffee, tea. It's very ornate. But I ended up exchanging information with him. We're gonna go somewhere, because I told him I haven't really gone too far from most of the subway stations because I'm too scared of getting lost. And he's like, no, we gotta get you out of the main areas. Ah, yes, it's that time of the trip where something finally goes wrong. Well, nothing has really gone wrong. Everything's been fine. I have this gorgeous second hotel location overlooking Tokyo, you know? But I'm feeling guilty because I spent all this money, and for the first time on this trip, I'm not really feeling too good. I finally, honestly, truly, honestly, can't lie to you, I honestly, finally feel frustrated with my inability to communicate with people here. Now, I know enough to get me around. It's actually been pretty good in Shinjuku, Shibuya, Harajuku, saying, can I please order? No, attention, excuse me, thank you for the check, you know, I have allergy. Like, it's not that hard memorizing those things before, but conversational Japanese is impossible if you really don't understand, you know, everything right down to the grammar. I did not study that much before. This was a spur-of-the-moment sort of trip. And with that being said, I miss being able to just make small talk. I can't believe it. And I hate small talk, but I mean, make chit-chat with those I like in a nice environment, you know? So in the mornings in San Diego, or anywhere I would go, but I have a routine in every place I've lived in. Currently in San Diego, I walk down to this specific coffee shop, and the owner comes and gives me a kiss on the cheek. That's my sex life. Kiss on the cheek. And I'm like, do it again. So I missed that. And then the girl, the barista, we're always talking. You know, she's talking about adopting a dog. And I want to know, like, what does the dog look like now? I need an update because we're, you know, acquaintances. That's all part of my routine. And the apple. But I don't want to feel bad. I also don't want to lie to myself and say I'm having fun when I'm not. My friend back home told me, go to the Imperial Bar at the Imperial Hotel. You gotta go. And this older man came and sat next to me, and he would not look me in the eye. He seemed very disgusted. You know, so it is possible that he hates foreigners. It's completely possible. Not everyone likes foreigners. It is what it is. But it's like a very subtle type of disgust where he wouldn't even look at me. He was just like body language, everything turned away. I'm like, okay, well, and I ordered my $30 cocktail. It was nice. The bartenders were very sweet though. So everyone else was sweet, but that old man was just like giving me very tense energy. Like he would have moved if he could have. And I'm like, oh, all right, that's awkward. But I know it comes to the territory of traveling. Not everyone's gonna love you or like you. But for the first time on this whole trip, I finally am kind of like, I think I want to go home now. I'm alone in a new country by myself. And something I was, I guess chatting about just a minute ago to my friend is that I don't know other women who just get up and do stuff. Every other chick that I know, besides my one close friend and maybe one other person, just that one close friend, everyone else needs someone to do something with them. Or they need their boyfriend. Let me ask him for it. Let me do this. Let me ask, can he come? So it's a blessing and a curse to be a very free-spirited woman. The first few nights were so different. I think it's because, again, there's a confidence that builds when you use your Japanese and then you get better at it. Because, like, the first time I asked somebody, can you take a picture of me? Oh, no, put it in vertical. Oh, yes, thank you. Can you do 5 more? Like, the first time, I was so nervous. By the time it was the third time, I was a pro. So it feels like a step back today. But I'm not going to let it ruin my trip. I'm not. But, yeah, I'm going to calm down, stay calm, and not beat myself up. It's very, very hard being in a place where you can't communicate, like, on the most basic level. So, yeah.